we have a good chemistry on our team right now. The thing is, all the guys, if he's able to play, would welcome him back. I mean, you guys have seen him throughout the whole season. He's been the best guy ever on the sideline, with his teammates. It'd be different if he wasn't that way. So I think that would be that's a smooth transition. And, if we're fortunate enough to win and he's able to play, then you get more accustomed to him. So, we'll just, for us though, he can't be the story, like, beating Hampton is the story, and moving on, and what our team has been doing, and we're 30-4 and 22-4 without him. So it's got to be that's not the main thing, and it won't be. I mean, we have a couple other, we have a few other good players. I'm going day by day because I never expected him to be where he's at today, and this is like uncharted waters, so to speak. And so I want to see how he reacts to today, for practice tomorrow, and then by the time you'll see more. By the time there's open practices on Thursday and the press conferences, we'll know a heck of a lot more by then, because then it'll be 3 days, a couple days. I try not to watch any of the shows. I try not to be on a lot of radio and that. I know some people say you might be big time in them or whatever. I don't do any of them, and because I don't want to get involved with bracketology or our region. I don't want to comment about our region. Our region is not important right now. Hampton is important, and then either Michigan or Tennessee will be important. Like, as a competitor, you don't look at the field, you look at your opponent. And you can be distracted so easily during this time. So I've become real focused on that. The other thing is that instead of looking at it as a 14 tournament, really when you get into this, each game's a championship game. Hampton is a championship game because in order to win a championship, you have to beat Hampton. And what we did last year is we looked at each game as a championship level game. And I thought we played that way. And I would hope that we play that way this year. And obviously we'd like the same result. But if we did get beat, it wouldn't be because we didn't look at it as a championship game. And because that'd be something that we would really regret. We're not overlooking anybody. Hampton is a championship level team. They have veterans. They have 2 kids who can really light it up, and very well coached, and they'll be very confident against us, and we'll be ready to play them. We'll be ready to play a championship game. That's what our goal is. It's a strength, but then if you're playing the minutes that he does and has the offensive responsibility that he does, we haven't asked him to do it as much. In this tournament, we asked him to do that. And he not only responded, I think we won because of his ball pressure. There are a number of things why we won, but number one on the list was his ball pressure. There was no question about it, because then everything else emanated defensively from his pressure on the ball. And he was really good with it. This past week helped us, kind of take a few more steps. Yeah. And so we're a good team right now. We're as good as this team has been all season right now. Whether it's enough to keep winning, we'll see. And that's why we got to keep getting better. Because we're not at a point where we can't get better. We can get better. And the guys want to get better. You know, we're fresh mentally. You know, you would think after that tournament, you know, you might be, you know, we're fresh. You know, our guys are enthusiastic. You know, we're in a good place in that respect.